When it comes to shopper trip missions in traditional trade, you will also see that there is a slight difference when it comes to traditional trade versus the modern off-trade that we talked about earlier. So shopper trip missions in traditional trade will rarely see the main shopper trip mission, as these outlets typically only sell a limited amount of products, or that have specialized in certain kind of products. For example, in Cambodia, there is a term that's called the key dealers, and these key dealers, they are specialized in selling beverages and alcohol, but might also sell other kind of products. But that just means that they don't really have that many different types of products. So that's also why you will see that the main shop is a bit less used as a shopper trip mission when it comes to these traditional stores, and you will more often see top up or on the go or meal for tonight, for instance. So when it comes to the shopper marketing opportunity in traditional stores, this is actually just a visualization of that path to purchase model that we've shown before. So you see that we really have the first zone, which is the approaching the store. Then we have the exterior, which is the second zone, the intent to purchase, the third zone, and then the fourth zone is the pay and social, so where you're paying for your products. So there are at least 4 areas on the path to purchase where we have an opportunity as brands and product suppliers to communicate what we have to communicate. So there are no navigation steps, as also mentioned before, as these stores are usually very small compared to the modern off-trade. So how will this look? I'll show you a few examples. So we can actually communicate each stage of this path to purchase. Even though it might be a bit smaller, we still have the opportunity and we should take it. So this is just some examples of how it may look if you are approaching the store. So you see here that there are some signs outside the stores as well. Here we have a big top sign that clearly indicates that there is something available here. This would be a shop in Cambodia where they are selling this beer, so making the shoppers aware that this beer is available in here, even though you might not actually see it here in the front on the exterior. So then we come to the exterior part. For instance, these are examples from Cambodia as well, which they have a ton of these traditional stores. So here you can see that some of the beer brands have built displays on the exterior to showcase the brands. They have actually used the packaging to build displays to showcase on the exterior part that their product is available. Another part here is actually where you see in the exterior that this brand here is setting up some kind of poster where it shows that the brand is available. It might also be these kind of ice boxes, because electricity is also sometimes scarce when it comes to at least the developing and emerging markets, not so much in the western part. So here they have usually these big ice buckets or ice baskets where you can get fresh and very cold produce as well. So this will cater very much for the on-the-go shopper trip mission. The same goes here. Fridge is very often a thing used in traditional stores as well, and usually a big part of the store will actually be catering for the on-the-go shopper trip mission. And a great way to do that and communicate your brands is through different kind of fridges. It can also be these kind of name card holders. This would mostly be for more business to business, but where you put this name card holder where you can communicate what kind of brands you have together with your contact information on the displays, and there are other people or shoppers can get that name and card, and then you can have an easy contact to the salesperson. But this is also some kind of POSM that can communicate the brands that you have. And then when it comes to the paying stage, the last stage, you can see that you can also design and communicate your brands in case that the shopper didn't pick up your brands before. They might recognize your brands and think, oh yeah, I forgot this. For instance, here you see some kind of Pepsi decorations, and it can also be some kind of chairs that the salespersons are sitting on throughout the day, for instance, because these people don't have customers or shoppers all the time, so they might spend a lot of time just sitting on chairs waiting, and there you can also give the customers something with some kind of specialized POSM for that as well. So this is an example of how you can communicate throughout the path to purchase and in each stage when it comes to traditional retail stores.